Hello and welcome to Sacred State Oracle. I'm doing weekly pick a card general readings to receive messages from Spirit for you. Feel free to pause the video to tune in and see which card calls to you. Please don't try to force a message. If it doesn't resonate with you, just leave it. And remember, no card reading should dictate your life. Always trust your own intuition and common sense. With that being said, I'm so glad you're here. Let's dive in. Hello, deck number one. I'm so glad you're here. We're doing general pick a card reading for the week ahead. And let's just dive into it. See what Spirit has for you. This is going to be our main message. And then I pull additional cards to see what else might show up. All right, let's just dive in. All right, you got Brown Bear Spirit. It says, take time out. He is looking at you kind of sternly, is what I'm picking up. The energy is kind of like, okay, I'm telling you right now, you need to take time out. Whatever you're going through right now, and for some of you, I'm picking up a conflict with another person. And I know for some of us, when we have a conflict, we just want to solve it. We want to sit down and brainstorm it and want to solve it right now. But and it could be at work too, whatever conflict at work or with someone in your personal relationships. What's coming up for you, for me right now, for you through me, is that just take time out right now. Right now, this week is not the time to make big decisions. It's not the time to try to solve something. You need clarity. And I don't feel like you have this clarity right now because emotions are running high. And I apologize if you can hear construction noises. There's construction going on down the street. It's super annoying, but I'm really trying to tap into the messages here. But I hope you can't hear the beeping. Okay, back to this. What I'm picking up right now too is the bear says it's okay. It's okay to take that time off. You're not losing that time. We have this thinking, the way of thinking that the time could be wasted. And sure, it could look like that, but maybe time that's spent not doing anything could be wasted is another way of thinking. But I don't feel like it's necessarily true. We all need rest. We all need to slow down. We all need to recharge. So that time is not a waste if you're taking it to take care of yourself. And he is kind of like comes with the warning to me. What it feels like is that if you're not going to take a little bit of time out right now, then life can figure out the way for you. You might not like it. I'm just going to say it straight as it is, as I'm receiving it. So he's like coming with this stern message that tells you, okay, please remove yourself from the situation right now and don't try to solve it. If you're overwhelmed, if you've been going through a lot, like a lot of us in the past few weeks, with so many things changing, so many things happening, that it's really, really for your benefit to slow down and take the time for yourself. You don't have to completely disconnect from the world. You don't have to, throw everything. And for some of you, I feel in general sense, and for some of you, like I mentioned, it is a conflict with someone. It's like, whatever situation might be, if it's possible for you, try to step away so that you can gain that clarity, how to move forward from it. And I think I'm going to move myself away from this energy and see what else Spirit has for you. But yeah, I mean, this is kind of straightforward what the bear is trying to tell. Let's see what else. Spirit, what else deck number one needs to know for the week ahead? All right. We've got growth. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Okay, so I almost feel like I'm going to say what I picked up on it as soon as I saw it. I almost feel like that the thing that the bear wants you to take time from is part of your growth, but you acting a little bit like a child in the situation. I'm sorry, don't shoot the messenger. But I've acted as a child in my adult years too. Like it happens. Sometimes we just want what we want, or we're not meeting our inner child needs. And a lot of times we just need to listen and acknowledge what our inner child wants for it to stop screaming, and telling us, no, it's this way or highway. But if you can imagine yourself being in a role of someone younger, and then your higher self as your guide, you will hopefully be able to see that everything serves your growth. And oftentimes we don't see the whole picture. Your higher self sees the whole picture. Us, we're pretty limited with our senses and our ability to grasp. We cannot see every little thing that plays out into our soul evolution. Let's see what the card says. Seek out a mentor guide. Take baby steps as you grow. Be willing to learn from others. All right. Those are all good suggestions. So if you felt like at this time in your life, you do not know what path to take or what actions to take in your career, in your relationships, maybe you're struggling in dating life, maybe it's time to seek someone who can guide you. If you're going through spiritual awakening, maybe you need to find a person to guide you through it as well. But remind yourself to do such things with grace. Give yourself understanding and compassion that it takes sometimes baby steps to move into the right direction. And maybe that's why the brown bear wants you to take the time out, so that you can focus on yourself and being like, okay, this is what's happening. I don't seem to be able to solve it. Maybe need a third person, third influence to help me in that, whatever it might be for you, right? Also be open and willing to learn from others, but I always say the best guidance comes from within. So developing your intuition and having mindfulness practices is the best, because then you can always count on going in within and using your own higher self wisdom to guide you in decision making. I'm getting a lot of headaches too right now. So perhaps for some of you, this has been quite a headache, whatever the situation might be for you in your life right now, that this conflict I mentioned might causing a lot of headaches, but maybe it doesn't need to be solved today or even tomorrow. Maybe you can take some time off of it from it. Okay, 2 cards. All right. Let's see. See what you got. So you got nature here. Ground yourself, find sanctuary in nature, connect with the elementals. So because it feels like emotions a little bit more unbalanced for you, due to this situation that you're going through right now, the spirit suggests to recalibrate yourself, balance yourself, and the best thing to do it is, of course, being in nature. I mean, I see how the colors resonate too, being outside in the green. You also might be able to get that guidance from your higher self and receive it easier in nature, with the less noises, with the energies being much calmer, not so dense, like if you lived in a city, for example. And where are you? So I feel like that's the guidance for you, to go in the nature, do a little hibernation, take that time out in nature to connect with yourself, ground yourself. And the other card that showed up was delight. Connect your blessings. I'm sorry, count your blessings and enjoy life. Connect your blessings. That's interesting though. Um, take pleasure in simple things. Always expect the best. So again, I feel like going out to nature and playing a little bit and noticing the green buds, right? Sprouts coming from the underneath. If your snow is melted already, you could see the ground. You could see maybe here where I live, we already have things blooming. So find delight in those little things in the nature. Find delight in maybe you read a new story that was really interesting. Maybe you took a nice bath. Maybe your cat was super cute laying there by the window. Don't know where that came from. But do you know what I mean? Those little moments will help you shift the energy. I feel like the message for you this week ahead is to find little things that bring joy so you can shift the energy. Step away from the conflict. Step away from that situation you're in. It doesn't have to be resolved today. I keep receiving that message. And move away so that your energy can, I want to say, like, calm down. I want to say calm down. And then from that place of calmness, the clarity will come and you will know what to do. Okay. Wishing you a good week ahead. Here for your growth. I know it's not always easy, but go spend some time in nature. Step away from things, even if it's just for a little bit, as much as you can this week. Let me know if any of this resonates with you. Bye. Hello, deck number 2. Welcome to your weekly pick a card reading. If you chose this pile, let's just dive in and see what Spirit has in store for you. I want to say that this card just represents the main message, and then I pull additional cards to see what else Spirit has to say about the week ahead. Okay, let's just flip it over and see what we got here. Beautiful turtle. It says, slow and steady wins the race. That's interesting because if you got, if when you looked at the cards in the beginning and you had a pull between the first and the second deck, so far it seems similar advice where you're getting the guidance of slowing down. Maybe because so many of us were going through a lot of things, perhaps a lot of hard changes, heightened emotions, misunderstandings, that right now is a good time to just slow down. Perhaps what would be best is to turn your social media off, you know, disconnect a bit from watching news and consuming too much information and data, and spend some time. Ooh, okay. For some of you, just a second, what came is spend this time to nurture your wounds. It feels like perhaps whatever was going on in the couple of weeks, the last few weeks, left marks on you. You see how this turtle has broken shell here on top of it? It's almost like high to lick your wounds and take care of yourself. If there was some kind of, again, like this is similar message with the first card. If there was a conflict that left you, doesn't matter if it's business or personal relationships or with your family, and it left you scarred, it left you like you had, like you have wounds after that. Please take care of yourself, whatever it looks like for you. If you need to go out in nature, if you need to go see your friends, if you need to just be with yourself and journal through this, or take time off and book a little travel destination for yourself, you know. I just feel that even like health related information comes through. If you received an injury, if you feel like your health has been affected, there is this message for you to take this time, and if you can, maybe go somewhere that you can stay for a few days so that you don't have to do anything, but just be, just allow your body to rest, allow your mind to rest, allow your heart to heal, you know, all of that. It feels like coming through right now that needed to be addressed. Okay, let's pull some other cards, a few other cards. I chose Oracle of the Unicorns because typically messages come from this deck are lighter, and I feel like we all need that little pick me up. Not gonna lie. So let's see what deck number 2 needs to hear from Spirit. Oh, you got 2 cards right here. All right. Okay. Here we go. uh Anger. Okay, deck number 2. You went through that battle and you are angry now. You're angry and almost like lost. I look at the card when I'm picking up like lost, and there's no clarity in the moment. The emotions running too strong. Perhaps you feel that you like the things didn't play out fairly. Perhaps you feel like you lost in this battle that you have. Um, it feels like you're holding on to it. So if that just happened, I'm not surprised, because if you follow astrology, there's a lot of things happening that help us release and change the old things so that we can go into the new. Uh, the old energy needs to be released, but it needs to be done safely. What I want to tell you is that I was able to see someone's bad intentions that were, how to say it, they were towards me, and I was able to see it with my physical eyes once, the energy of their intentions. They were really mad at me, basically, what I'm trying to tell you. And I saw with my physical eyes, and it didn't look good. So I know that, trust me, you do not want to send this to anyone. You don't want to hold on to those uh, energies, because they always just turn around too. So find a safe way to express your anger, okay? Use your anger as a positive force. What can you fuel right now so that you can change things in your life? So many times as children, we're told like negative emotions are bad. And of course, if you hold on to them for too long, that's pretty negative. But in my life, there were so many times where the anger was a necessary fuel to make hard choices in life, to make those changes in life. And that's my invitation for you, to release it, and and also see how you can fuel it as a positive force in making those changes in your life. For example, if you've been wrong, um, what can you do that maybe you have a better judgment of people, or your boundaries are stronger, or I'm sure there is so many things that could be happening for all of us that at the moment it might be super clear, but the turtle tells you that slow and steady wins the race. Okay, so make that big change and then go towards your goal. And also, the anger card says honor all your emotions as sacred. Anger is not bad, but prolonged anger will damage and mess not only with your energies, it will eventually seep through into your physical body. So be careful with that. Let's see. Whew, serious message. I'm getting hot speaking about like anger does, warms your body. So let's release that stuff, okay? And here's a polarity card. The polarity card is all about how without the dark, there is no light. We wouldn't recognize the light if that wasn't the dark. So, meaning whatever things that we perceive as negative are helping us to see positive. So, whatever might have happened to you here in the recent past, allow you to go into the place where you're like, this is what I do not want. This is what I do not like. This is what I do not wish for myself. And from that point, you can jump into, okay, what is then that I want for myself? What is that I wish for myself? Um, it also invites you this week to integrate your shadow side. And that's deeper work. And maybe that's why the turtle spirit wants you to slow down so you can actually meet your shadow. Those aspects of you that you deem to be dark. This is a black horse right here. This is a black horse right here. And they could represent your shadow self, the aspects of you that you don't perceive in a positive light. What could it be for you? Maybe you find that you're a jealous person and you're always jealous that someone else is doing better than you, have more than you, and then you can meet that part of you and be like, why? Where is it coming from? Is this your inner child that didn't get something as when it was needed? That nurture and care from their caregivers at that time, you know? I want to say that you do have some work ahead of you. So do it with grace, do it with compassion for yourself. And for some of you, what I'm getting right now, you say, well, why does it have to happen to me? Why? And often we don't know at that moment why, but as we grow, as our awareness grow, and we look back and we can understand what this lesson meant for us. Okay, but at that moment, just have trust that this pushes you a little bit outside of your norm to realize certain things that may be holding you back, or you living out someone else's desires and not yours, or whatever it might be for you. Remember to safely express your anger. Do not hold on to it. Slow down a bit so you can gain the clarity. Do the inner work. I'm sending you lots of love this week. It does feel like for you, deck number 2 is the time to go inward and do that. And you see how this shines underneath this unicorn, the light. It's like the light wants to come out. The shadow side wants to be acknowledged and integrated. All right. We'll stop right here. Hello, deck number 3. Welcome to your weekly pick a card reading. And if you were drawn to this card, let's see what's the main message from Spirit is for you. Check this out. An eagle spirit. It says, Spirit has your back. Card number 23. So that number could mean something to you. Could come as a confirmation. But also it's a number of 5, which talks about changes. And I know a lot of us has been going through changes, transformations, just so many things happening. But guess what? Spirit has your back. It's such a powerful spirit animal, the eagle, because it has the ability to see the whole picture. You and I, we cannot see often the whole picture, maybe ever. as humans. That's why I always feel it's important to develop your intuition and connection to your higher self so that you can be guided, because your higher self can see the whole picture. The source can see the whole picture. Um, for some of you, I also feel like there's an invitation. You can invite an eagle spirit animal to work with you during this time if you desire that clarity, focusing on things that are authentic to you, focusing on things that you want to amplify in your life, or you're trying to find a way to bring those things into your life, and you need this extra focus, extra strength. Um, Talk about your goals and what it might be to the um, to spirit or God or whatever your belief system is. Talk to creator, source, the universe, and tell what is happening so that you can connect with the powers that are bigger than you. What I do sometimes in my own personal practice when I'm so overwhelmed by earthly things, earthly experiences, I just surrender that pain, whatever emotion I'm going through that is overwhelming. I surrender it and I give it back to the creator, and I say, okay, this is the burden that's to have it for me right now. And when I surrender it, I feel instantly relieved. So I feel like this is the invitation to connect with the source so that you can feel that spirit has your back. That's beautiful. Let's see what else, what other messages come through. Woo. It just travels through so hard. Magic. It says, make a wish, believe in miracles, magic surrounds you. So, what I just told you about speaking it out, having this conversation with the source, I'm just going to call it source, and then you can choose whatever you want for that word. So, when you speak it into existence and you're able to connect with your desire and your wish, and you believe that it's possible, then it can happen for you. It's like less forcing of those things, more of, I feel even like it's more for you, deck number 3, energy alignment this week with what you desire. And energy alignment and the clarity and like claiming your wish or making a wish, saying out loud, is the seed that is planted in the energy world, in the energy field. And then later on, it can come into existence. But if you never plant it, if you never know what you wish for, how can it be? How can it come to be in this world? Does it make sense? But I like that magical energy. There's little fairies happening. I mean, both winged creatures in your reading. And I like how the eyes are in focus too. Like, you know, how I mentioned with the eagle, you can see the whole picture. For some of you also, if you've been receiving guidance uh, from your spirit guides, or you feel a little, it's almost like you know, this fairies whispering in the ear. If you feel like this little nudges, something pulls you, listen to it. You know, pay attention. Pay attention to the messages the spirit is giving you. Okay, I'm gonna take the top one. Are you kidding me? Look at that. I can make this up. This beautiful unicorn brings you miracles. It says, have faith that your miracle is on its way. Your prayers your prayers have been answered. Surrender the how. So this is beautiful. This is like coming in the whole circle. You have to make a wish. You have to believe in those miracles, right? But deck number 3, I feel like you do. I feel like you do. And when this happens and you talk to the spirit what you want, like you tell the spirit your wish, you believe that is possible. Spirit has your back after that. And then the miracle is your way. This could be read as also past and future. In this card, the miracles are coming. Your prayers have been answered. Ask and you shall receive. In energy world, you ask, it's already there. In the physical realm, there is time for it to emerge. It takes time for things to emerge, but it's already been answered. Now, the next step is to surrender the how, the hardest part of it, I believe personally, because then our minds are like, okay, I want this. What steps can I take to obtain it? And then we forget to stay in this magic of having it already, daydreaming about it, and then taking the inspired actions if we are inspired to take them. And typically that's how it happens. All of a sudden you're like, oh, I wanted to go do this. And that's the part of surrendering how. I love this message. Finally, feels like the first 2 were a little bit heavier readings. As I'm glad that deck number 3, you have something amazing cooking for you here this week. Just super excited to deliver this message for you, deck number 3, and for your wishes come true. All right. Let me know if it resonates. Let me know if your wish is coming true this week. All the best to you. Take care.